Hey everyone, Nick with P1 Motor Cars, and you're here with me in our 2009 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. One owner, all original, 78,000 miles, really clean car inside and out, mechanically very well sorted. We just put a new OEM clutch in it and is good to go for the next owner. I always like to start with maybe my personal opinion on the car. Of course, these were the first generation STIs that came after the GC, GD chassis that we're also familiar with, and has a huge following, of course, between the bug eye, the blob eye. Sorry, it's like a 90 degrees in here today. the hawk eye. While maybe a polarizing design with the hatchback, it still has a lot of the features, in my opinion at least, that the sedan cars had. From previous generations and coupes, I guess, for the two doors. So, the big muscular fenders, the practicality of the hatch, and of course, turbocharged EJ25, the very reliable 6-speed manual transmission that came in these cars with a driver-controlled center differential setup. So, anyhow, this car in particular is a really nice example. I think anyone would be really happy and pleased to be driving it. And I think for me, that my favorite thing about these cars is the performance and how comfortable they are, especially compared to the earlier generations. So I think these cars will have their day, in the future. Maybe not as collectible as the GD stuff yet, but in my opinion, they're the most underrated STI that you can get. Out of your pick of the litter, at least of what's available in the US. So nonetheless, we'll dive into this car now, specifically both exterior, interior, engine, and we'll check out the trunk area for a short amount of time. And we'll jump into it right now. Okay, so here we are again with the 2009 STI. We'll start here at the front, and we will just move our way through the car as stated. So we'll check out the front area here. And as you can see, start at the lower portions of the car, as those are most susceptible to wear. The front bumper's in really good shape. There's no pitting, no rashing of any kind, no scrapes. So it's in really good shape. The plastics are really clean as well. Headlights are in really good condition. Grille overall is in good shape. I think there's a couple of nicks here and there on it. But yeah, overall, the front end is really good. If we go to the hood, again, nothing really stands out. There's a small amount of rock chip repairs, and whoever did it actually cared about the car because they're actually done the right way with a little bit of touch-up paint. They sanded it down and cleared it. So, but there isn't really any rock chips that are standing out, right? As you can see, it's pretty clean all the way around. There's I think one area of like a bird dropping etching. It's kind of hard to see in the light. I'm trying to get the right angle for you guys. It's hard to see. There it is. You can kind of see right there, but you can only see it in a certain light, certain angles. But yeah, the hood is really clean. And then we'll start working our way down the sides. And nothing to note of here either. There's our way up the rear fender and the quarter panel. Rear bumper. So no curb rash on these wheels. We did refinish these wheels ourselves. They were in pretty poor shape in terms of the finish. When we have a professional paint booth with our carbon fiber business, so we were just able to find some pretty close matching color to the factory wheels and redid them. And they came out really good. So that's the only, I guess you could say, modification done to the whole car. And we'll check out this side too. Oh yeah, and I'll get a side shot like I'll do right now. So coming up into the fender quarter panel, and just trying to get a good angle for you guys here so you can see how straight it is. There's no dings. Again, no scratches to make note of. Up or down on either side of the car, or really the front. And we'll check out the rear bumper area here in a second too, of course. But yeah, just try to get this good angle here. The paint is quite shiny as I detailed it today for the listing photo shoot tomorrow. But yeah, it is straight as an arrow. No scratches. No dings. Factory PPF's in really good shape, if you can see it there. Yeah, so we'll just work our way to the rear bumper, rear hatch area. And like most cars, that have kind of these larger bumpers on the corners, it's really easy to make a mistake and, run into something, or, people walking by can scratch these up pretty good. I've seen many examples of that over the years. And this thing's got nothing. You can see here in the loading area, for instance, there's not even any scratches on the upper faced part of the bumper. Like maybe very minimal scuffs. I wouldn't even call that's actually a fingerprint. But yeah, overall, it was just taken care of. And of course, we have the Subaru branded trunk mat in the back here too. But yeah, maybe this is a natural progression to start going into the interior. So all the panels are original to the car. Paint meter is dead on all panels. You can see the seams from the factory, untouched. So yeah, we'll just go into this trunk area real quick. Carpet's in really good shape, no stories. We take these all apart in our listing photos, but all the tools are here, spare tires here. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. Like I said, all the panels match up on the paint meter, so I was not surprised that nothing's been disturbed back here. I really butchered putting this back together. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, and yeah, rear cover works as well, so that's intact. And we'll give this one a close and move to the more, I guess, interesting parts of the car. So yeah, the factory Alcantara seats are in really good shape. There is some, slight wear on the bolster, not tearing or anything, but just discolored. Driver's side, it does have 78,000 miles on it, so it's been driven a little bit, but considering the age that is a 2009, 78,000 miles is still pretty damn low. Door cards are in really good shape. Aluminum pedals look real good. Apologize for a couple pieces of dirt here. It was just from pulling the car in. Headliner's in really good shape from front to back. Center console area. And we'll sit down and go through some of the functions and stuff like that too, of course. So the one blemish that is in the interior is underneath the steering wheel on the bottom portion. You can see the leather has just started to wear away a little bit. But other than that, there's really nothing to note in the entire interior besides that portion of the steering wheel. Get a closer look here to the center stack. Going into the little cubby. Shift knob. What I think they call the SI drive area here. There's like a little bit of wear on that button there. This works properly, the cup holder cover that is, so that goes back and forth real smoothly. Another cubby there. Take a seat real quick and just get a good perspective of the dash layout. Everything is in proper order here as well. Get another look at the stereo here. Passenger side trim, glove box. But yeah, here's the rest of the steering wheel. As you can see, it's in really good shape. Just minus this one area that just got some wear. I don't know if it's from the person, you know, not driving with any hands, or who knows, right? So here's the passenger seat from this perspective. Door card. Back seat, of course, we'll take a look at these a little more specifically. So yeah, let's go do that now. But all the buttons are intact. Everything works as intended. It's cooking in here, guys. Try to get this over with here quickly. So here's another shot of the passenger seat. No wear whatsoever. Looks really good. Perspective of the driver's side here. Really good shape. Yeah, it's just a really clean little car. You know, the person who did own this obviously took care of it, cared for it. Hasn't been exchanged a million times through 5 hands. Hasn't been modded. So yeah, you know, a rarity into itself. Comes with the original window sticker, which is pretty cool. Here's the VIN plate. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't look at, yeah, is the all the kick panels, you know, entering in and out are not scratched up. You know, the aluminum stamping there is in really good shape too. We'll check out the driver's side before we wrap up. Door cards are in really good shape. Back of the seats, nothing weird going on. Rear seats don't even really look like they've been used. You can see the headliner on this side a little bit better, yeah. Better angle for sure. And quarter panel's in really good shape too. Nothing funky going on. We've already done the trunk, so we don't need to waste our time with that again. We'll move our way to the engine here in a sec after we take a look at this side too. Door card's in really good shape. Bolsters, everything is looking really good. Back of the seat's looking really good. Yeah, we'll just check this kick panel real quick just to ensure that there's no excessive wear there. No, looks real good. Yeah, so nothing really to note of. You know, considering it's, you know, 15 years old now, almost 80,000 miles, it's a really good example. And like I said in the driving video, I daily this thing 100%. They're so comfortable. So we'll go check the engine now. Pardon the camera angle there for a second. Boy, always like to look at these integrated hoods. And it's where all the magic happens. Hood protector looks really good. None of these bolts have been turned on either side. Headlight, bumper area, no funny business going on. None of these bolts have been turned. Whoops, sorry about that. Did I skip one? No. Yeah, and it is a bone stock EJ25. Yeah, a couple things kind of moved around since the GD cars. We don't get the cool STI logoed intercooler. It is bigger. Reservoir for the radiator used to be metal, plastic now. Yeah, just small differences, nothing major. This large air pump here on the side. But yeah, you know, it is the same STI experience, but just a little more refined. And again, I think these cars are extremely undervalued and, you know, starting to come up in price a little bit. So hopefully this will be one of those examples, selfishly speaking, of course. But yeah, I think that's all she wrote. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the listing Thanks for all the comments and especially the bids. Thanks again.